The nursing program, missions, philosophies, and handbooks. You are embarking on a life-changing experience. The nursing program is going to bring you to new maturity levels, skill sets, and thinking abilities. You begin this process by being able to make critical, on-your-feet decisions. In order to accomplish this, you must follow the rules, regulations, and policies. These rules are developed for several reasons. First of all, they protect you from injury and harm. They protect the people that you will come in contact with as a student. They help prepare you for your professional career as a nurse, and they support the philosophy of the college. These rules, regulations, and policies are written by the college, by the Kansas State Board of Nursing, by the various clinical facilities, and because of past student experiences. By not following the rules, the regulations, and the policies, these are some of the consequences that may result. You may receive a 0, be placed on academic probation, be dismissed from the program or the school, may be dismissed from the clinical site, and the school could potentially lose contact with a clinical facility. We look at academic honesty. You, as a nursing student, are going to be required to be honest. Violations will include, but they're not limited to, cheating, plagiarism, falsification, forgery, alteration of records, and consequences of not being honest academically can result in discipline. It will result in disciplinary action that may result in suspension and or expulsion. You need to understand what a copyright is, because copyright may result in plagiarism if you do not have a thorough understanding. I highly recommend that you look at this website for further information. But a copyright is a creative work that is any original work that is in tangible form, whether it's photos, a website, music, arrangement of facts, etc., and it does not have to be registered to be copyrighted. Plagiarism is when students submit work purporting to be their own, but which in any way borrows ideas, organization, wording, or anything else from another source without appropriate acknowledgement of the fact the student is guilty of plagiarism. If you are going to use someone else's words, someone else's facts, organizations, pictures, etc., you have to cite your source. Plagiarism is also idea theft. It's not just an inappropriate use of words. And don't forget that this also includes your online sources. Student nurses must comply with the regulations as outlined in the Kansas Nurse Practice Act. You have had a background check as a requirement of being admitted to the WATC nursing program. If that background check revealed any reason that you would not be able to get a Kansas nursing license, you probably would not be eligible for this course or any WATC nursing courses. But note, if you have been convicted of a crime for any offense other than a minor traffic violation, you must notify the Dean of Nursing immediately. In addition, you must write a letter to the legal counsel at the Kansas State Board of Nursing and include this information: the date of the arrest in the state and county, the charges and the disposition of those charges. This also includes diversion agreements. Arrest records and court records might be required, and a letter describing the circumstances, the penalty that was applied, the results of counseling, probation, or rehabilitation if appropriate. You must be upfront with all of your legal history, or you can risk not getting a nursing license even after having completed the nursing program. And if anything should come up while you are a student nurse, it still applies. You have to be upfront. The school does carry liability insurance for the students, but you are just as susceptible as a full-blown licensed nurse for legal action if your actions are not in line with the rules of the school, the facility that you might be doing clinicals at, the State Board of Nursing, or any other regulating body. These rules and regulations, once again, are established for the client's safety in addition to your own. Remember that if you have a grievance or a complaint, that you must follow the chain of command for resolution. And if you do not follow the chain of command, I can pretty much guarantee that problem resolution is going to be delayed because you will have to go back to the instructor. This nursing program is approved by the Kansas State Board of Nursing. To enroll in the practical nurse program or the first level program, you must be a certified nursing assistant. If you move on to an associate degree program or a registered nursing program, you must have passed the LPN state boards, the NCLEX examination. There's handbooks that you're going to have to be intimately familiar with. You have the Wichita Area Technical College Campus Handbook, the Student Nursing Handbook. The Student Nursing Handbook, is a combined handbook for the Wichita Area Technical College and the Pratt Community College nursing programs, with addendums that are specific to each school. You, as a practical nursing student, are accountable for the information that is contained in the Wichita Area Technical College Campus Handbook, the Student Nursing Handbook, and the WATC Addendum. Each class, each semester, is going to be asked to elect a student representative. This student representative will attend one nursing faculty meeting per month. The class will provide the student with any concerns that they have concerning the program, and they will relay this information to the nursing faculty and staff at these meetings. Then they will bring back information that is obtained from the nursing faculty and staff to the class. This person should have excellent communication skills. So we do give you the opportunity, if the student representative that you elect your first semester is not one that you would like to continue, we give you the opportunity to change. Or if the representative decides that this is something that they don't want to continue doing, then we give that person the opportunity to get out of this role. We also recommend electing an alternative in case something happens with this nursing student or they are unable to attend the meetings for personal reasons. Success is going to require you to be motivated and for you to work hard. Your instructors are going to give you the tools for success, but it's ultimately up to each one of you individually as to the extent of your success. The WATC mission and purpose is to maximize student learning with high-quality instruction and service that will hopefully bring you a lifetime of enrichment. You have access to college credits and associate degrees to South Central Kansas and beyond. It is to meet the needs of the students in regional business and industry, to provide programs that address responsible citizenship and improve quality of life, in addition to freedom of inquiry for exceptional learning. The nursing program mission and purpose is to provide quality technical and academic education that leads to immediate entry-level employment as an LPN and/or further education that positively impacts. The philosophy of the nursing program: you will have a lifelong pursuit of knowledge. We are committed to the achievement of your highest potential. We are committed to self-acceptance and respect for self. You must respect and have concern for others and their rights, and have social and civic responsibility. It's recommended that you review the student nurse professional standards found in the WATC addendum portion of the student handbook. These are related to being a humanitarian, to have caring personality, to having a knowledge base that is based on nursing science, biological and physical sciences, social and behavioral sciences, communication and information technology, and being a facilitator between the nurse and the client. This program is based on CUSIN and the nursing process. The nursing process has competent deliberative actions and communications with 5 steps. Once again, these are assessment, nursing diagnosis, planning, implementation, and evaluation. The outcomes that we expect are licensure, employment, employer satisfaction, program satisfaction, and being able to move into an associate degree nursing program or other registered nursing program. The graduate of the Wichita Area Technical College Practical Nursing Program will be able to utilize the nursing process and critical thinking to facilitate clinical decisions in making decisions for assisting the diverse populations to function at their optimal level of wellness across the lifespan. The graduate will be able to utilize the nursing process and a knowledge base from nursing and the biophysical science, psychosocial sciences to promote and facilitate informed decision making, achieve positive outcomes, and support self-care activities in structured inpatient and outpatient settings. The graduate will be able to maintain effective communication with clients, significant others, and interdisciplinary team members in the planning and delivery of health care. The graduate will acknowledge the necessity for continued learning as a part of personal and professional growth. And the graduate should be able to perform within the discipline of nursing as a caring, ethical, responsible, and accountable member of the healthcare team. There's a certain level that students are going to be required to obtain on the computer testing. Student success is an important part of the nursing program, and in order to facilitate learning and future success, we do have a requirement that you successfully complete Assessment Technologies Institute testing as scheduled throughout this program. If the level is not met, then the student will be required to remediate to a certain level. Both the initial assessment and the remediation assessment must be completed by the due date and prior to the end of the course in which they are assigned in order to successfully complete the course. This information will be stated in each course syllabi. The Dean of Nursing will reserve the right to discontinue a student's enrollment at any time during the program if, in her judgment, the student does not possess the qualifications necessary for a nursing career, cannot safely carry on professional responsibility, betrays confidentiality, or demonstrates other unprofessional or unethical conduct. The student may also be dismissed for providing incomplete or inaccurate information on their application. This can also include academic dishonesty and drug abuse. Your nursing faculty or your instructors encourage you to make appointments to come visit them. They do make themselves available to help you, but other students are also requesting appointments, so if you want to make sure that you have available time to visit with the instructor, make the appointment. Texting and phoning are discouraged unless your instructor authorizes it. Hours of availability and or contact information are in each syllabus. The absenteeism and tardy policy, promptness and attendance are hallmarks of professionalism. Absences must be approved by the instructor unless it is an emergency. You should never schedule appointments during scheduled class or clinical time. Realize that there are no excused absences unless the absence is for an approved college function. If you miss 10% of your didactic time, you will receive a warning. If you miss 20% of your didactic time, it will result in failure of the course. Leaving the class during class time is counted off. So if you need to use the restroom or get a drink, wait until class breaks. Tardy. A tardy is arriving up to 10 minutes late, and 3 tardies will count as 1 hour absence. A tardy over 10 minutes will count as a full hour absence. If you have to leave early, leaving the class early up to 10 minutes is recorded as an early exit. 3 early exits will count as 1 hour's absence. Leaving early over 10 minutes will count as a full hour absence. As far as clinical, you cannot miss more than 10% of the scheduled clinical per semester or 8 hours of the maternal child clinical. Missing over 10% of this time will result in a failure of the course, and we do not guarantee makeup clinicals. You may be required to complete assignments for some of your missed clinical time. If a clinical is canceled due to weather, understand that this time may need to be made up due to state requirements. In addition to didactic time, if the weather requires cancellation, you may be required to make up this time due to state requirements. The instructor will be the one who will determine if a student is too ill to attend a clinical. All absences count toward the attendance policy. Also understand that a no-call, no-show is not calling or not showing up for a scheduled clinical day, and you will be placed on a final warning with the first offense. A second offense is going to result in your dismissal from the program. A student improvement plan is inappropriate behavior, breaking of the rules, regulations, or policies as set forth in the handbooks. Some of you may receive student academic reports as a result of inadequate effort or poor results on assignments, quizzes, or examinations. The improvement plan is developed between the instructor and the student. The instructor sends out the student academic report, and it is up to the student to come in and follow up with the instructor to develop this plan. Wichita Area Technical College is committed to providing for any member of the college community a learning and working environment that is free from all forms of discrimination and conduct that can be considered harassing, coercive, or disruptive, including sexual harassment. Harassment is a verbal or physical conduct that denigrates or shows hostility or aversion to a person's race, color, gender, age, sexual orientation, religion, disability, national origin, political affiliation, veteran status, or other characteristic recognized by that person as important to his or her culture or lifestyle. It's harassment if the conduct also includes one or more of the following. If it has the purpose or effect of creating an intimidating, hostile, or offensive working or learning environment, has the purpose or effect of unreasonably interfering with an individual's work or study performance, or otherwise adversely affects an individual's employment or educational opportunities. Understand that bullying in any form, emotional, spiritual, or physical, will not be tolerated. Excuse me. The instructors are not always aware of events of harassment or bullying, but we will deal with it if these concerns are brought to our attention. It is necessary for you to be familiar with the student handbook and its contents. This also includes the academic guidelines. You must have a minimum final grade of 75%, plus any course-specific requirement. A's are 92 to 100, B's are 83 to 91, C's are 75 to 82, a D is 67 to 74, and an F is 66 and below. When you are being graded in the nursing program, you must receive a 65%, grading is weighted. Didactic is 65% on your exams. Quizzes and projects are 20%, and your assignments or knowledge checks are 15%. You must pass the course with a 75% exam grade or higher. If you reach that 75% exam grade, then we figure in your overall grade, which must also be a 75%. So if you do not pass your course with a 75% exam grade, you have failed the course. If you pass the course and you have a 75% or higher exam grade, but your overall grade is then below 75%, you have failed the course. Your clinical activities, and I apologize, these numbers are incorrect, are currently weighted at 60%. Your clinical activities, which would be your daily evaluations, are currently weighted at 40%, and your assignments are weighted at 60%. So in other words, you must pass the course with your assignments being 60% of your grade, but you have to reach the overall 75% level. If you have any questions, again, refer to your student handbook or refer to your individual instructor.